Welcome to Sports Bios, the podcast where we delve into the fascinating lives of athletic legends, and I'm your host, Howard Closewell. Today we're going to explore the extraordinary life of Florence Griffith Joyner, an athlete whose name has become synonymous with speed, style, and a trailblazing spirit that continues to inspire generations. Born on December 21st, 1959, in Los Angeles, California, Florence's life was a testament to the power of human potential, forged in the crucible of adversity and nurtured by an unyielding passion for excellence. The 1960s, a tumultuous decade marked by social upheaval and cultural transformation, provided the backdrop for Florence's childhood. Her family, led by her mother, Florence Dolores Griffith, and father, Robert Griffith, navigated the challenges of poverty and racism in the urban landscape of Los Angeles. It was within this context that young Florence began to develop the resilience and determination that would define her future. Imagine a young girl growing up in a city where the sounds of protest and social change filled the air. The smell of smoke from burning buildings, the sight of police in riot gear, and the feeling of uncertainty that hung over the community like a dark cloud. This was the Los Angeles of Florence's childhood, a city torn apart by racial tensions and economic inequality. And yet, amidst this chaos, Florence found solace in athletics, where her natural ability and dedication earned her a sense of belonging and recognition. The influence of her family cannot be overstated. Her mother, a former athlete herself, recognized Florence's potential and played a pivotal role in nurturing her daughter's athletic development. The Griffith household was filled with the sounds of encouragement and support, as Florence's parents and siblings cheered her on at every turn. This familial dynamic would prove instrumental in shaping Florence's mental toughness and unwavering commitment to her craft. As the first have often said, the greatest athletes are not just born, they're built, brick by brick, through the sacrifices and support of those around them. As Florence navigated her formative years, she began to experience the harsh realities of racism and sexism that pervaded American society during the 1960s and 1970s. Despite these obstacles, she found solace in athletics, where her natural ability and dedication earned her a sense of belonging and recognition. The track, in particular, became Florence's domain, a place where she could express herself freely and push her limits without constraint. As she would later recall, "The track was my sanctuary, my happy place, where I could escape the troubles of the world and just be me." The historical context of Florence's early years is crucial to understanding the trajectory of her life. The civil rights movement, with its emphasis on equality and social justice, provided a powerful backdrop for her emergence as an athlete. The likes of Wilma Rudolph, who had shattered barriers for African American women in track and field, served as inspirations for Florence, demonstrating that with hard work and perseverance, she too could overcome the obstacles in her path. As the first have often noted, the power of role models cannot be overstated, for they provide a beacon of hope and a vision of what's possible, even in the darkest of times. The Los Angeles of her youth was a city in flux, marked by urban unrest and economic struggle. Yet, amidst these challenges, Florence found a sense of purpose and direction, one that would ultimately propel her to the pinnacle of athletic success. As she would later reflect, "My experiences growing up in Los Angeles taught me the value of resilience, hard work, and determination. They prepared me for the challenges I would face on and off the track." The years preceding Florence's first major athletic accomplishment were marked by a series of incremental successes, each building upon the last. She honed her craft under the guidance of dedicated coaches who recognized her potential and helped her refine her technique. The symbiotic relationship between Florence and her mentors would prove instrumental in her development as she learned to harness her natural talent and channel it into a formidable competitive force. As the first have often said, a great coach is not just a teacher, but a mentor, a guide, and a catalyst for growth. They help athletes unlock their potential and achieve greatness. The confluence of these elements would ultimately give rise to an athlete whose impact on the world of sports would be felt for generations to come. As Florence Griffith Joyner entered her teenage years, a spark within her began to ignite, illuminating a path that would lead her to become one of the most iconic figures in track and field history. On June 22nd, Florence, with her trademark confidence and unwavering dedication, set a personal best in the 200-meter dash with a blistering time of 23.63 seconds. This performance not only signaled the beginning of an impressive ascent to athletic stardom, but also marked the emergence of a talent that would soon captivate the world. Under the astute tutelage of coach Bob Kersey, Florence began to hone her craft, meticulously refining her technique and expanding her physical capabilities. The symbiotic relationship between athlete and coach was palpable, with Kersey's expertise serving as the catalyst that transformed Florence's raw talent into a finely tuned machine. The 1980 CIF California State Meet would prove to be another watershed moment in Florence's career, as she clocked an impressive 22.93 seconds in the 200 meters, further solidifying her position as one of the country's top young sprinters. This performance did not go unnoticed, as college scouts and coaches from across the nation began to take notice of the talented teenager from California. The allure of Florence's potential was undeniable, and it was only a matter of time before she would become one of the most sought-after recruits in the NCAA. In the fall of 1980, Florence enrolled at California State University, Northridge, where she joined the track team under the guidance of Coach Kersey, who had also made the move to CSUN. This decision would prove to be a pivotal moment in her career, as it allowed her to continue her development under the watchful eye of her trusted mentor. The collegiate landscape provided Florence with the ideal environment to refine her skills, test her mettle against the nation's best, and forge lasting bonds with her teammates. As Florence navigated the complexities of collegiate athletics, she began to demonstrate a level of maturity and poise that belied her age. Her accomplishments on the track were a testament to her unwavering commitment to excellence, as she set multiple school records in the 100 and 200 meters. On April 18, 1981, Florence set a personal best time of 11.24 seconds in the 100 meters, while also clocking an impressive 22.67 seconds in the 200 meters. These performances not only underscored her status as one of the nation's top sprinters, but also served as a harbinger of the greatness that was to come. The 1981 NCAA Championships would prove to be another defining moment in Florence's career, as she and her CSUN teammates took to the track in the 4x 100-meter relay. With Florence anchoring the team, they set a school record with a time of 43.81 seconds, finishing second in the event. This experience not only honed her skills as a relay runner, but also instilled in her the importance of teamwork and camaraderie in athletics. As Florence reflected on this period in her life, she noted, "I was beginning to realize that my success wasn't solely dependent on my individual performances, but rather on my ability to contribute to the team's overall success." As Florence continued to excel in her events, she began to make a name for herself on the national stage. On June 21, 1982, at the TAC Championships, she finished second in the 200 meters with a personal best time of 22.57 seconds, signaling her arrival as a force to be reckoned with in American track and field. Her performances caught the attention of coaches, athletes, and fans alike, who began to recognize her as one of the most talented young sprinters in the country. The summer of 1983 proved to be a pivotal period in Florence's career, as she prepared for the World Championships in Helsinki, Finland. Under the guidance of Coach Kersey, she fine-tuned her technique and built her endurance, setting her sights on a top finish at the international competition. The Finnish capital would serve as the backdrop for Florence's debut on the global stage, and she was determined to make a lasting impression. On August 12, 1983, Florence took to the track in Helsinki, where she finished fourth in the 200 meters with a time of 22.46 seconds, a mere 0.804 seconds shy of the bronze medal. Although she fell short of the podium, her performance marked a significant milestone in her development as an elite athlete. In the aftermath of the World Championships, Florence began to contemplate her future in the sport. The decision to turn professional loomed on the horizon, and with it, the opportunity to focus full-time on her training and competition schedule. In 1984, Florence made the bold decision to sign with the Los Angeles-based sports marketing firm, World Class Sport. This move allowed her to capitalize on her growing fame, while also providing her with the resources and support necessary to take her career to unprecedented heights. As Florence Griffith Joyner embarked on her professional career, she continued to defy expectations and push the boundaries of human athletic potential, much like a latter-day Icarus, soaring ever closer to the sun. Her decision to sign with world-class sports in 1984 marked a significant turning point, providing her with the resources and support necessary to take her training and competition schedule to new heights, an odyssey that would ultimately lead her to the pinnacle of success. With her husband, Al Joyner, by her side as her coach, Florence's career soared, and she became an iconic figure in American track and field, a true colossus bestriding the athletic landscape. The 1988 Seoul Olympics would prove to be the apotheosis of Florence's athletic career, as she dominated the sprint events with a mesmerizing display of speed and power, setting world records in the 100 meters and 200 meters that would stand the test of time. Her performances on the track were awe-inspiring, leaving spectators agog and her competitors in her wake, like a trailblazer cutting a swath through the athletic firmament. And yet, it was not just her athletic prowess that made her a beloved figure among fans and sponsors alike. Her charisma and style off the track, a potent blend of glamour, intelligence, and wit, endeared her to all who encountered her, making her an icon of American sport. As she reflected on her Olympic experiences, Florence noted with characteristic candor, "I was in a zone where nothing else mattered except for the finish line, and I gave it everything I had." This singular focus, this dauntless determination, would become the hallmark of her career, a testament to her unyielding commitment to excellence. In the years following the Seoul Olympics, Florence continued to compete at an elite level, although her focus began to shift towards her personal life and philanthropic endeavors, a natural evolution of her priorities as she matured as an athlete and a person. She and Al Joyner started a family, and Florence became a devoted mother to their daughter, Mary, a role that brought her immense joy and fulfillment. Despite her retirement from competitive athletics in 1989, Florence remained involved in the sport, working as a coach, mentor, and advocate for youth development programs. A testament to her enduring passion for track and field, and her commitment to giving back to the community that had given her so much. Tragically, Florence's life was cut short on September 21, 1998, when she passed away at the age of 38 due to complications related to epilepsy, a cruel fate that deprived the world of a shining star, a beacon of hope and inspiration. The news of her death sent shockwaves through the sports world, and tributes poured in from athletes, coaches, and fans who had been inspired by her remarkable career, a poignant reminder of the impact she had on so many lives. In the years since her passing, Florence Griffith Joyner's legacy has only continued to grow, as she is remembered not only for her incredible athletic achievements, but also for her kindness, generosity, and dedication to empowering young people. Her iconic status has endured, with her world records in the 100 meters and 200 meters remaining unbroken for over 3 decades, a testament to her enduring influence on the sport of track and field. As her husband, Al Joyner, so eloquently put it, Florence's spirit and legacy will continue to inspire generations of athletes and young people to chase their dreams, just as she did, a fitting tribute to a woman who embodied the very essence of athletic excellence. Today, Florence Griffith Joyner is celebrated as one of the greatest athletes of all time, and her impact on the sport of track and field is still felt, a lasting legacy that transcends her own remarkable achievements. The Florence Griffith Joyner Elementary School in Los Angeles, the FloJo Community Empowerment Center, and numerous other initiatives and foundations established in her name serve as testaments to her enduring legacy, a reminder of the power of one person to inspire and uplift others. She was, in every sense of the word, a champion, a woman of unwavering dedication, unshakable optimism, and unrelenting passion, who left an indelible mark on the world of sports and beyond. Florence Griffith Joyner's story is a testament to the human spirit, a shining example of what can be achieved through hard work, determination, and a refusal to accept anything less than excellence. As the first always say, keep shooting for your goals, and remember that with great passion and dedication, anything is possible. That's all for today's Sports Bios. Remember to like, share, and subscribe. And until next time, I'm Howard Closewell reminding you to keep shooting for your goals.